that you're trying to end up.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited?
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First down, Arizona.
From the pistol, it's Gainwell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Now here's Burton, the fullback. The ball's out. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball, they knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
The runner here, it is the rookie from Tennessee. He'll be out of bounds down around the 40. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Diamonds on me, fight, looking wrist, Iketina, orange, Richard Mille, on the dance, just like Bia, going against Blizzard.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
Cardinals, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now Burton on the return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Cards offense ready to get going with their second possession. They're trying to hold on to the football this time. Had the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as, oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Gerald McCoy getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7. to start this drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
He's got room past the 25. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Cardinals.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Will set up the screen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. On the handoff, this is Sampson. He'll manage only a couple. Parsons Messenger there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
Now this looks like a design run. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Well, they were not hiding anything there. The quarterback takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And this was a run from the jump. Like, there was no disguising anything. There was 10 guys blocking and 1 guy running. And in this case, it's the quarterback taking it in for 6.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go, and the Texans will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Cardinals nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Burton on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
They'll run here with Gainwell. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they go to work on 1st and goal. Sampson. And he'll go down right at the 4-yard line. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Houston.
Just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
For the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Cardinals offense. And their running back set to go once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Rolling right. Taking off. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Cardinal 1st down.
Here's Gainwell. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. They put Wilson in motion. Run with Gainwell. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's pass. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it looked like the Cardinals were quick to react and get on it. So no turnover. They keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 4th down, on is Sam Martin to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Stephon Diggs and the rest of the Houston offense set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Hill looks to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field to the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Houston. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead.
Cardinals nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. From the gun, the ball comes out. And it looked like the Cardinals were quick to react and get on it. So no turnover, they keep the ball.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
The work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Penix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
First down, Arizona.
And a lefty Penix on 1st down. He'll complete that to his fullback. Here's 2nd and 2. Arizona will take its first time out. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Texans offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open right side is a Okonkwo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, moving to his left. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. This one downfield for Okonkwo. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Cardinals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Penix. He'll find his man, Lambert Smith. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Cardinals.
They'll motion the slot man right. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll throw. It's Penix. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Throwing again, it's Penix. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
3rd and 7. Go!
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. He gets free. Inside the 30. start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Makes the score Texans 35, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now Burton on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Panics now off the bootleg. Oh, a loose football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. First and goal.
Ready? Go!
They'll run with Sampson. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Texans. That is second touchdown tonight. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Auburn good with the extra point. And the Texans keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You've got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, Gainwell. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Texans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. Toss to Sampson, running right. Open space inside the 10. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Texans. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. Whoa! And he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line. Run. Here's the fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Gainwell. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
And once again, he loses the football. And And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready?
They'll give it to Sampson. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. On first down, right back to Sampson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Auburn's kick is good. And the Texans will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll start at the 4. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying, it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will add one more onto their big lead.
Texans 65, Cardinals nothing.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Cards offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Off he goes. And nice work there, going to a slide and gain about 7. Second down and 3.
At the 28-yard line.
To throw is Penix. On throw, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
70 Lions. Go.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post a lopsided shutout victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Arlington.